Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Today I've got a haul video for you guys, slash unboxings, slash first impressions that are kind of not exactly first impressions, but we'll still work through this anyway. I've got 5 fragrances for you guys today. I've got Viktor and Rolf, Spicebomb Fresh. Also got Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, Tom Ford Beau de Jour, and also Love Potion 2 and 4. By Eau de Paris. We've got a lot of fragrances to check out today, so let's just jump right into this. Also guys, need to let you know that these 3 fragrances, Spicebomb Fresh, Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, and Beau de Jour, were sent to me by Fragrance X. In case you're unaware of Fragrance X, they are one of my very favorite discounters for fragrances. So they've got authentic niche and designer fragrances that you can pick up at great prices where they will be shipped to you very quickly when you make a purchase, which is one of the absolute best things about Fragrance X, the quick shipping. So I want to give a quick shout out to Fragrance X for sending these fragrances to me. Of course, the fact that I got them from Fragrance X does not change my opinion one way or the other about them. Love you, Fragrance X. You're my dog. So, fragrance-wise, which should we check out first? I guess just Beau de Jour, since this one is actually already opened. I opened it before this video, shame on me. Obviously, Beau de Jour is in the private blend line of Tom Ford fragrances, and this is actually one of their new releases for 2019. I hate tester strips. I think that smelling a fragrance on the tester strip is almost like watching a trailer for a movie. So it gives you a good idea of how that fragrance is going to smell, kind of like a trailer might give you a good idea of how a movie is going to be. But sometimes you can be tricked. Sometimes you'll see a trailer and the movie looks awesome. You go see the movie and then it sucks. Same thing with fragrances. Sometimes you smell them from a tester strip and you go, wow, that smells amazing. So then you buy it and then spray it on your skin and realize it smells differently when it comes off your skin and it just doesn't work. So yeah, tester strips, a little bit like movie trailers in a way. Hopefully that makes sense to you, but we're gonna use them for this video anyway. I've already smelled Beau de Jour, obviously, since it's been opened, but I'll give it a really quick breakdown for you here anyway. And I just breathed some in when I was talking and now it's on my tongue and I can taste it. It smells better than it tastes. This one has lavender, patchouli, and oak moss as some of the main notes, and this is a classic aromatic fougere kind of fragrance. Very gentlemanly, sophisticated, refined, easily worn to an office, easily worn formally. If you like those old school barber shoppy kind of fragrances, this one you should definitely check out because it is an upper echelon scent in that style of fragrance. It has a little bit of a similarity to YSL Rive Gauche. Other people will say it's similar to Davidoff Zeno, but to me, it's more similar to the YSL. It's got that cleanliness to it, that little bit of powder, that talc kind of smell, really nice lavender in there. And Beau de Jour is a fragrance that has a good amount of density, maybe, is how I would put it. There's richness to it. There's a little bit of heft to it. It's not the kind of fragrance that you spray on and it's light and airy. It's not really like that. It's really, it packs a little bit of a punch. But if you like that style of fragrance, that classic aromatic fougere style, definitely check that one out because it is a dang good one. Next up, let's check out this one, Spicebomb Fresh. So this is a fragrance that I have smelled in the past, but up until now, I didn't actually own it. So shame on me, I guess, but now I do. Here it is, Spicebomb Fresh. And I've had conversations with Manny at Cascade Scents about the Spicebomb line. And to him, the Spicebomb line is one of the ultimate designer lines of fragrances because with just Spicebomb, Spicebomb Extreme, and Spicebomb Fresh, and I guess to a lesser extent, Spicebomb Night Vision, these fragrances can have you covered in almost every situation and will have you smelling really nice to almost anybody out there that smells you. They're very mass appealing. So here it is, Spicebomb Fresh. We'll go ahead and give this one a spray on a tester strip. Yeah, just super pleasant right away. Grapefruit, pink pepper in the top. Smells really appealing, very nice. Great springtime, summertime type of fragrance, which is why I had to go ahead and scoop this one up and add it to my collection. It's kind of amazing that I have this much stuff and didn't have Spicebomb Fresh until now. Obviously, there are going to be similarities between Spicebomb Fresh and just regular Spicebomb, though this one, and this is going to be very surprising to you, I know this is going to blow your mind to an extent, but I just have to throw it out there. This one is like if you took Spicebomb and you made it fresher. I know, let that sink in for a second, but that's how it comes across. This one's not gonna have your cinnamon, it's not gonna be as sweet. It does have a tobacco note in here, though it's not as much of a focus in this as it is in Spicebomb or Spicebomb Extreme. Yeah, this is super pleasant, exactly how I remembered it. Easy fragrance to wear in warmer weather, especially during daytime, and also a fragrance that realistically you could pull off during the night very easily as well. That one I might review in the future, in the near future, just because I do have a review out for Spicebomb Extreme. Might as well go ahead and put one out for that one as well. But while I let that tester strip kind of marinate, dry down a little bit, I'll open up Noir Anthracite. This is another one that I have smelled in the past, and this one, a lot more divisive than the last two fragrances. Beau de Jour is pretty well received. People really seem to enjoy that one, especially again if you like that throwback style of fragrance. Spicebomb Fresh, a lot of people really enjoy that one as well. It's maybe not as loved as Spicebomb Extreme or the original Spicebomb, but still really highly thought of. Noir Anthracite has people that love it, and it has people that hate it. Here it is, Noir Anthracite. Let's open it up and get the bottle out. The box is a fingerprint magnet. So here it is, Noir Anthracite. It's a great looking bottle, super reflective as you can tell, but same as with the box, that's gonna present an issue in terms of being a fingerprint magnet. They look beautiful when they're like this. Handle them a little bit though, and then they start to look a little rough. Tester strip, Noir Anthracite. There we go. Oh yeah, that is why it's divisive. It has this earthiness to it, this like soil kind of nature to it right off the top. And that's gonna turn a lot of people away from this one. It's not something that you spray on and you go, oh wow, yeah, I can see that being a compliment getter, something that I wanna wear to the office, that I wanna wear around a lot of people. It's not that kind of fragrance. So in the opening, there's bergamot, ginger, and Sichuan pepper as the official top. But you don't get a whole lot of bergamot, you don't get a whole lot of ginger, you do get good amount of Sichuan pepper. The other things that you're gonna pick up in here are woods and spices, a good amount of each one of those. And this is not at all in the same style of Parfums de Marly Cologne, but in the way that Cologne has spicy notes and woody notes that combine to give an earthy kind of vibe, that is what you're gonna find here as well. Though to me, Noir Anthracite actually smells better than Parfums de Marly Cologne. Again, not the same fragrance, they don't smell the same, those two scents, just a similarity in how those notes can come across. As this starts to dry down, it does lose a little bit of that edge from the earthiness, the soil, however you want to describe it. Some people might say vegetal, like a little vegetal kind of feeling. It's still there, 100%, just not as bam in your face as right in the open. Fully aware that this one's divisive, fully aware some of you out there, I'm pointing to you, person who's going to say this or think this, hate Noir Anthracite and think that it is an absolute trash release. But I'll tell you, me personally, I kind of dig it. I like it. Galbanum there in the mid. I know that there's leather and, like I said, a whole bunch of woody notes in the base. But here initially, definitely get that little bit of a soil, vegetal feel, woods, spices, and I like it. Definitely something different, does its own thing. Not something that's gonna be super duper easy to wear in a whole bunch of situations though. So it is one that's kind of gonna be really relegated to just when I don't care at all and just wanna wear it for myself, essentially. Let's crack into these really quickly. Love Potions by Eau de Paris, flanking either side of my head. So we've got Love Potion 2, Love Potion 4, and these boxes are quite bland, I guess you would say, very basic. It just says Love Potion 4. Hopefully you're seeing this. Eau de Parfum, 110 milliliters. 3.7 ounces. That is really different. You don't see that very often. On the back, you just have ingredients and www.lovepotion.store. Eau de Paris. So let's do Love Potion 2. I did look these up online. They go for $85 for a full-size bottle. And I'm having some issues. The flap is tucked in there super tight, and I'm trying to open it without tearing it. Does not want to. Ow, come on. Oh God. I'm gonna end up just tearing off the top, and I really don't want to because it'll look bad. Frustration mounts. I swear. Okay. This flap is just in here super tight, and it's packed well. It's in here really, really well. You can't push down at all. So there's like some strong cardboard in here that's holding the shape of the box. And when you try to get your finger down in here to like flip the flap open, it's just not happening. And then I tried to work in on the side here and lift that, and it started to tear. So one sec, I'm back with the knife. I'm gonna try to slide it under and lift it this way. Hey, wow. Yeah, there's a nice thick bit of cardboard in here that's holding the shape of the box, which is what was making this so difficult to open. So here's Love Potion 2. Get a good look at that. Love Potion 2. Can't spill anything from the atomizer. Let's give this one a spray, see how it is. Come on, Love Potion, be awesome. That is sweet. Fruity sweetness. Yeah, like very, very sweet and fresh. There is apple and bergamot in the top here. You get a good amount of that. A good amount of apple. A good amount. A little bit of bergamot in there as well. And there's also, is it birch? Look up the note here. Yes, birch in the mid. That is coming through a little bit. I know what that might make you think. Bergamot, birch, apple. Might be a little Aventus-y, right? A little bit like Creed's Aventus, or one of the many clones of Aventus. There's a really fleeting similarity off the tester strip, but I'm gonna spray it on skin. Okay, so off skin, this is not a direct Aventus clone, but it does smell like an inspired by Aventus fragrance. In the opening, the way the apple, the bergamot, and the birch are used, with oak moss in the base here as well, it comes off like an Aventus inspired by fragrance. It's not the exact same, but it's going down that path is how it smells right now. So I'm gonna set that aside and crack into Love Potion 4. Now again guys, that off my skin right now does not smell directly the exact same as Aventus, but it certainly smells like a number of other inspired by fragrances out there. It is lacking some of the things that you'll find in Aventus. It doesn't have that black currant, so it doesn't have that little kick that you'll get from black currant. It does have a slight amount of sweetness, but it's lacking the vanilla that you'll find in Aventus. And it comes off a little muddied, maybe. And lo and behold, Love Potion 4 opens right up. This one we're just gonna go straight to skin. See how it is. Okay, so this smells similar to something I've smelled before, and I'm drawing a little bit of a blank. It doesn't smell amazing, nothing here is blowing me away. This smells like a designer fragrance, probably from the late 90s, early 2000s kind of. This is frustrating me slightly. I'm kind of just sitting here flipping through the notes in the fragrance and smelling it and trying to see if it really jars anything. Like a lighter, airier version of Boss Bottled or something like that. It's got the apple in here, but not the cinnamon. So yeah, I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart and a little bit of frustration. And this happens sometimes where you'll smell a fragrance and you're like, oh, that smells really familiar. It smells like something I've smelled before, but you can't quite place it exactly, and that's where I'm at right now with this one. Does not smell super unique, does not smell of amazing quality. It smells like I would think a late 90s men's cologne would smell. Late 90s, early 2000s. Love Potion 2 on my skin here has changed. Does not really smell as much like Aventus. It has gotten earthy, kind of doing its own thing, or not really earthy, smoky is a better way to describe it. It's the birch. The birch is coming out more, a little touch of patchouli, but it's sagged out of that opening pretty quick. This one still smells like before. Love Potion number 4, not really impressive for me. It smells like something that you would get from Fragrance Net for like 20 bucks. I'm not saying it smells bad, because it does not smell bad. It just smells like it should have Calvin Klein or something like that, Tommy Hilfiger on the label, and then it would make more sense. If that makes sense to you, if you know what I'm talking about, those fragrances that were really popular before. A little bit like something like that. You know, it's Curve-ish. It doesn't smell exactly like Curve, but it's gonna be in that ballpark. Love Potion 2, a little more interesting. Noir Anthracite, still really like it. Spicebomb Fresh, smells amazing. And Beau Jour, you already know, throwback, old school. So what seems to be nearly a tradition at this point, I've let these fragrances dry down on my skin a little bit. Love Potion 2, Love Potion 4. I'm here to report back, just really quickly. Love Potion 2 is an attempted Aventus clone. That's what it is. I did a little more checking up on this one, and it's got pretty much all the same notes. It's got black currant, it's got pineapple, it's got apple, just birch, the whole shebang. It's a straight up Aventus attempt. Now, in the opening, I don't really get much of that pineapple. Like I said, it was a little different, heavier on the apple and the bergamot. But as this dries down, it goes for really smoky Aventus territory. Pretty well. It's like a woody smokiness. It's not extremely overwhelming. It's not coming off my skin really strongly. This is not like a performance monster, though it's coming off decently, I guess, for having been on there for about an hour. But yeah, this is an attempted Aventus clone, though I'll say the quality not there when compared to Aventus. It's not close. And with all the different Aventus clones on the market, I don't think it's worth checking out for 85 bucks. It's not that you smell it and it smells terrible or anything like that. It's just, if you're gonna make an Aventus clone at this point, it better be freaking amazing, considering how many of them are out there. This one, Love Potion 4. When it first got on my skin, like I said, it smelled like a 90s kind of fragrance. It was nothing really all that amazing. It smelled pretty cheap. As it dries down, it actually starts to turn into what smells like or similar to La Nuit de l'Homme. Not the exact same as La Nuit de l'Homme, but definitely in that exact same style of fragrance. So it's kind of like an inspired by La Nuit de l'Homme scent. We got the cardamom, like a sweetened cardamom. This one doesn't come across as spicy as La Nuit de l'Homme. It doesn't have quite as much attention-grabbing ability. At least that's how it comes off to me. It smells better than Love Potion number 2 does in the dry down, but it's still, we're essentially talking about a La Nuit de l'Homme clone, or inspired by fragrance. So there we go, guys. 5 fragrances. Again, shout out to Fragrance X. Thank you so much for sending these fragrances to me, and let me know which one you want me to review. Anthracite, Beau Jour, Spicebomb Fresh, and I'll put that on the docket. As always, guys, thanks so much for your support. Thanks for hanging out with me today here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.